All right, joining me in studio once again, our friend Mark Figearo from SunPower by Green Convergence. I'm going to get this name right eventually, Mark. You guys have not merged with SunPower, but you're now working hand in hand in more of an ideal kind of partnership with SunPower, right?
Right. We are the first. There's about 400 plus dealers nationwide. We are the first what they call branded dealers, similar to a factory dealer is the capacity we serve in. So we're really proud that we were the first one in the nation chosen.
It's very good, and SunPower widely regarded as kind of the best in the business, best at what they do.
Yes,
and,
definitely.
And as are you guys as well here in Santa Clarita and everyone else. So we were talking before we went on the air. I got to share this with the listeners as well. I was sort of house sitting / babysitting my nephew. At my parents' house, I think it was last week, and it was just in the middle of the day, like around I think on a Tuesday, and over the course of about 3 hours, I literally got 3 different phone calls from companies where the phone number is just listed as out of area or private caller, or didn't even say a phone number there on the caller ID, so I don't know who was calling, so I pick it up, and it's people asking me if they think I'm the homeowner, but I'm not there, but they're asking me if I'm interested in signing up for solar, and I know my parents are on the do not call list. I know that they don't appreciate kind of these unsolicited calls at home, and they were all for the same thing. And I imagine you guys must be aware of kind of the competition, the other people, kind of the less sundry companies, kind of doing this. And what are your thoughts on it? And I got to imagine that you guys get recognition for not doing stuff like that, right?
Absolutely. First, let me apologize for this industry. Unfortunately, there's a lot of the used car salesman tactics going on in this industry. I get calls. I sell solar. I got it on my own house, and sometimes they call up and they pretend like they're the utility company.
Yeah.
So, I do apologize for that, and I know we get a lot of really positive feedback when we do an in-home consultation, because we don't come in with a contract and the high pressure and, if you don't buy today, the sky's going to fall kind of thing that I can't tell you how many calls we've had after somebody's got pressured into signing.
Yeah.
How do I get out of this? I just realized, I talked to my neighbor and they used you, and we want to go with you. So, unfortunately, it's a new industry. There's a lot of companies are really just marketing companies. They're investor backed. We live here. I run into my clients at the grocery store, in restaurants all over town. We don't want to be known as that company that beats you up, that high pressures you. We want you to make a well thought out decision after you've gotten all the facts from SunPower by Green Convergence.
And you don't have to apologize for what those people are doing. It's not you that's doing it. It's these knuckleheads calling kind of unsolicited and tying up the phone line with trying to offer something. And I'm already put off by people who kind of who make those calls kind of unsolicited. You don't know really if they even know what they're talking about on the phone. It's really kind of interesting.
We've been come in here for a long time. We've been contractors. My partner and I each have over 30 years of construction experience. Mine's background's electrical, his is roofing, which, really the two key components in solar. And so often we hear, oh my gosh, you guys actually know what you're talking about, because they get these guys that have had a crash course in solar for a week at one of these big companies, and now they're solar experts, and they see what we show them, and they're like, wow, the guy didn't tell me about that. I didn't know this was the case. We want to be straight with people. That's how we've always done business.
We're in the studio right now with Mark Figearo from SunPower by Green Convergence here in your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. If you go to hometownstation.com and search for SunPower or search for Green Convergence, you can pull up their information. We've got all that stuff there in our business directory, and if you're looking to get a hold of them, that's a good way to do it. There's also the website directly to you guys as well. Correct. Which is?
Now it's sunpowercorp.com/GC. GC is in Green Convergence.
Very good. We were also talking before we went on the air about, one of the hurdles, probably the biggest hurdle for people when they're initially getting interested or finding out about solar. It's a perceived hurdle. Whether or not it's an actual hurdle, I guess, is different, and it may not be an actual hurdle now because of what I'm hearing. But it's people love the idea of helping the environment. They love the idea of saving on their utility bill, or maybe eliminating their utility bill. But I think people have in their mind that there is a cost of entry barrier, and so you guys have some new financing options available for people getting in. Talk to me about that.
Well, first of all, we have the SunPower lease, which is truly the best lease in the industry. But still, there's just a lot of people that want to own anything, whether it's their car. There's just a lot of people that don't like the idea of leasing. And, but yet there's not a lot of people today that can just write a check for anything, whether it's a car or anything. So,
of course,
SunPower, it's been about a month and a half ago, came out with this amazing program. It's a 2.99%, zero down, 12-year financing that allows you in 12 years to own the system.
Wow.
And we were probably at least 80. There's times when we've been 95% of our sales were leasing. Since this new program has come out, it's more like 50-50. People are just all over this. It's a great interest rate. It allows them in a much shorter period of time to own their equipment rather than leasing their equipment. And people like that. I find especially people from mid-40s on that are thinking, gee, 12 years, that's about the time I'm thinking of retirement. Now I stay in my home, it's paid off, I have no electric bill. They like that idea.
Right. It's pretty amazing to go. You said it's been around for about a month and a half to go to that kind of split differential from 8 or 90% to 50-50 in the span of a few weeks. It just shows you how I guess potent that offer is. Yeah.
Yeah, and also just the demand for solar has gone off the charts. Monday, I was at Edwards Air Force Base. We call these lunch and learns. So I'm meeting with a group, and typically before you get 10 or 20 people to show up at a lunch, half of them are there for the free lunch. We had over 50 people show up, and half of those said, "Hey, give me a quote." So that this solar has gone so mainstream now, and it is the future. Everything, I follow the financial pages where things are going. About 3 or 4 weeks ago, it's called Alt Build, and it's at Santa Monica Civic Auditorium. And it's an alternative building show, big show, and they asked me to speak, and I talked about the future is now. I mean, I remember as a kid going to Disneyland and those futuristic houses. They're here now. K&B is partnered with SunPower and Whirlpool and several other manufacturers, and they're building these homes today. This isn't off in the future. They're building a home that has solar, it has a car charger, it has solar thermal to heat your hot water.
Wow.
Super energy efficient home. And think about this. The average person, if they didn't have to spend $1,000, $1,500 a month on utilities and gasoline, what that would mean to the average family to have that much expendable income that normally went just burning out your tailpipe or, running the electricity to your home. Yeah. All of that in these modern new homes. And what we think that means to the homeowner of a current home is you better get your home energy efficient, because you're going to be competing against more and more efficient homes. You look at Lennar, KB, they have energy efficient homes. They come standard with SunPower solar on them. That's what people want today.
That's right. And, with solar, obviously the advantages of it being renewable and it always being there. We always know that the sun's going to be there. And, not only that, combine that with the fact that we always know now that we're in June in Santa Clarita, it's going to start to get scorching hot again. So, you're going to be running that air conditioning. You're going to be wanting to stay cool. Try and do it in a way where you can save some money, use some solar power to kind of help pay for that. So.
But you also want, and we think the industry is shifting to now where people are starting to understand quality matters. SunPower just came out with an internal white paper that says 99 out of 100 SunPower panels at year 40 will be producing 70% of their original output. That's unbelievable compared to a commodity panel that if it makes 12, 15 years will be amazing.
Wow, that's great. Green Convergence, SunPower by Green Convergence. Go to their website, sunpowercorp.com/GC. You can also find them on our website, hometownstation.com. Mark?
Or give us a call, 661-294-9999.
Easiest phone number to remember that I know of, 294-9999.
Yep.
Easy. Mark, thanks for doing it.
Thanks, Jason.
Talk to you again very soon. Mark Figearo from SunPower by Green Convergence.